memang sangat-sangat lag.
Madam dekat KMPP ke?
Iya, kat KMPP lah. Tersayang, college tersayang. Saya tak boleh buat kat rumah sebab jiran saya renovate rumah. So bising. So saya terpaksa datang sini lah, datang college lah everyday. Alright, I'm going just to start our lesson for today. Okay, Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. So for today we're going to discuss, cell division. Okay, cell division, you already learned this in SPM, SAS, you already learned this, so it's just a revision for you. Although it is a revision, so we're going to discuss this again. Maybe some of you dah lupa ataupun memang tak suka pun cell division ni. Alright. Yep. Before that, dah tengok ke video ke app puzzle tu? Dah buat ke?
Sudah.
Television ke? Dah buat?
Ya, cell division lah. Dah buat? Okay. Kejap, let me see siapa yang dah buat. Siapa yang belum. Baru 14 orang. 14 orang daripada 29, amboi. 14 orang, baru 14 orang. Okay, tak sampai half pun. Tak sampai. Okay, 14 orang baru buat. Okay, terima kasih lah yang buat. Adeline, Fasiha, Amira, Najwa, Anisha, Famani, Babisha, Azim, Fahana, Amir, Daniel, Ilham, Tasnim, Christina, Sofia dan Sofia. Daniel, Ilham dah sihat ke Ilham? Ilham dah sihat ke?
Tadi dia pergi queue untuk pakai glamping.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ya ke? Kesiannya. Sedih. Okay. So, sekejap, dia kontak rapat ke positif? Tahu tak? Dia kontak rapat ke positif? Positif. Allah, ya ke? Ya Allah, kesiannya. Ya Allah, kesiannya. Alright. Kita doakan dia cepat sembuh lah. Bahaya kan? Alright, for this 2-hour session, okay, we're going to discuss topic 3, cell division. Okay, topic 3, cell division. Alright, but before that, I want you, okay, cell division. Okay, kejap. Dengar ke? Dengar tak belakang?
Dengar. Jaga buah sip ke?
Meriah kat sini. Kat sini meriah. Dia mau balik beli makanan kat luar. Meriah. Kejap Alright. Saya je pensyarah bio kat sini. Yang lain semua pensyarah kimia. So saya macam loner. Okay. Alright. Subtopic. 3 subtopics. 3.1 the cell cycle. 3.2 mitosis. And 3.3 meiosis. Okay, so we're going to discuss for these 2 hours, maybe we're going to discuss until 3.3 meiosis, the terms. Or kalau tak ada masalah, we're going to discuss until meiosis 1. Okay, but before we proceed on discussing mitosis and meiosis, I'm going to explain first the cell cycle. Okay, so this is the first subtopic, the cell cycle. So this is our objective for today, is to show. Okay, I'm going to show you the stages of cell cycle and explain the stages in cell cycle, which includes interphase and mitotic phase. Okay, interphase and mitotic phase. Right? Lag tak? Suara saya?
Tak, clear je.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, thank you. Alright, so next, some of you have watched the video from Ad Puzzle, 14 of you. Yang tak tengok lagi tak apa. After class, I want you to do Ad Puzzle. Okay, I want you to answer a few questions. There are 5 questions in this video. Okay, yang dah buat ke, yang dah buat app puzzle, yang belum buat ke, siapa-siapa pun boleh tak, okay, klik, okay, I'm going to share the link in chat, okay, okay, I already shared the link, okay, in the chat section. Please click the link, okay, click the Padlet link, and then I want you to write what are the things that you know after you watch the video from the app puzzle, or anything that you know after anything that you know about cell division. Okay, anything that you know about cell division. Right, I want to see what you know about cell division. Okay, ada yang dah masuk lah.
Sikit je kah?
Ha?
Tulis ikut lah banyak mana pun.
Just write anything. Anything that you know. Tak payahlah macam essay. Just short sentence ke. Okay, one sentence pun okay. Right? Okay. Boleh masuk ke? Boleh masuk ke?
Boleh.
Okay. Nanti yang dah. Alright. So, what have you learned from cell cycle and mitosis from the video, mitosis video from app puzzle, or anything that you know from cell division? Okay, you can write what do you know about cell division. Okay, interphase is the longest phase, consists of 3 subphases. Okay, very good. I like the statement. Okay, saya bagi like. Yeah, interphase is the longest phase, consists of 3 subphases, G1, S, and G2 phase. Okay, very good. Klik yang tambah ni, kalau nak tulis klik yang tambah ni. Okay, boleh ke? Ada tak? Okay, there are 4 stages. There are 4 stages which are prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Very good. 4 stages in mitosis. Bagus. Okay. Lagi? Cell cycle has 2 phase, interphase and mitotic phase. Spelling Spelling dekat sini. Spelling mistake. But bagus. Okay, you try spelling mistake of mitotic phase. Cell cycle consists of interphase and mitotic phase. Metaphase phase are include prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Interphase cell grow and prepare for cell division. Mitotic cell include mitosis cycle. Okay, saya suka statement ni. I love this statement sebab dia tunjukkan apa yang dia faham. Okay, simple je. Okay, tapi dia apa yang dia faham. This interface, cell grow and prepare for cell division. Mitotic cell, mitotic phase include mitosis and cytokinesis. Alright, very good. DNA replication occur in S phase. Very good. This is one of the important event. Okay, the important event occur in the S phase. Okay, mitosis produce 2 identical daughter cell. Good. Okay, it write the products. Okay, the product of daughter cell, product of mitosis. Mitosis is the division of nucleus. Good. Oh, betul. Mitosis is the division of nucleus. Or we can write division of nucleus is also known as karyokinesis. We can learn about differences and meiosis. Of course, you can learn about differences between meiosis. Yes, mestilah boleh tahu differences between mitosis and meiosis. Okay. Alright. Anything else? Mitosis occur in somatic cell. Very good. To produce identical daughter cell, while meiosis occur in gonad cell to produce 4 different daughter cells. Not 4 different, 4 non-identical. Okay, 4 non-identical. Non-identical. I prefer to use non-identical daughter cell. Right? Okay. G1 Okay, G1 phase is the longest phase in the cell growth, produce 2 daughter cell, nuclear division. G1 is known as first gap, while G2 is known as second gap. Okay, very good. Okay, bagus. Okay, most of you faham apa itu. Most of you know something about cell division. Yang ni dia tulis essay. Okay, ni bagus lah. Bagus, saya tak cakap tak bagus. Bagus. Mitosis dia tak produce haploid. Mitosis salah ni. Mitosis tak produce haploid. Haploid. Alright. So I'm going to stop here. Okay, I'm going to stop about Padlet here. Okay, I'm going to later, siapa yang tengah-tengah tulis tu, it's okay. Okay, kita akan update later and then I'm going to share this sharing in Google Classroom later. Okay, but we're going to continue on, we're going to continue on this one. Alright, cell cycle. Okay, what do you know about cell cycle? So cell cycle, first you need to know about the definition. Okay, the definition of the cell cycle. Okay, the cell cycle is referred to the complete sequence of event in the life of individual diploid cell. Okay, complete sequence of event in the life of an individual diploid cell. So first, we are as a human, we are individual diploid organism. So our diploid, what is our diploid cell? What is the number of chromosome in our diploid cell? Can anyone tell me what is our diploid?
6.
46.
Berapa Daniel?
6.
46. Yes, Azim bagi tahu betul. Daniel, Adeline pun betul. Devendran, yes, betul. It is 46. Okay, 46 chromosomes. Alright. So this is the cell cycle. You can see this. Okay, we have G1, S, and G2. Okay, this is known as interphase. Okay, interphase. G1, S, and G2, and this is the M phase. M phase, or we call that as mitotic phase. Right? For cell cycle, okay, as we refer to the previous slide, it can be subdivided into two. It has interphase and M phase. Interphase is the longest phase. Okay, longest phase, yang panjang, longest phase. This is when the cell will grow and prepare for cell division. Okay, dia akan grow, dia akan membesar and prepare untuk cell division. Okay, and it has 3 subphases. It has G1, or we call that a first gap. Okay, first gap, G2 gap. Okay, S is synthesis phase, and G2 phase, second gap. G2 is the second gap. Okay, the way you write the G1, G2, you must write the number as in subscript form. G1 subscript, G2 subscript. Okay, and then the mitotic phase or the M phase is the shortest part of the cycle. Okay, it is shortest part of the cycle. Okay, it includes mitosis and cytokinesis. It has 4 phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Okay, I noticed some of you, okay, maybe one of your 2 classmates, okay, I have written prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase in small letter. Okay, it's better for you to write the term, each phase in capital. P huruf besar, M huruf besar, A huruf besar, T huruf besar. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Right? Okay. G1 phase. G1 phase is the first phase. This is when the cell will grow in size. Okay, cell growth, or cell increase in size, or cytoplasmic volume increase. Okay, sebab daripada satu sel dia nak lahirkan daripada satu sel, dia nak lahirkan dua sel. Satu nak lahirkan dua. Bila satu nak lahirkan dua, dia kena besar lah dulu. Okay, dia macam kena besarkanlah badan dia dulu. Okay, that's why cell increase in cells. Okay, and then after the cell increase in size, okay, the cell will also produce macromolecules such as protein, lipid, and carbohydrates. Okay, and some of the protein will also synthesize. Okay, for example, the ribosomal protein and tubulin. And other than that, the number of organelles will also increase. Okay, bukan cytoplasm saja yang besar, yang akan bertambah. Okay, cytoplasmic volume saja yang akan bertambah dari segi volume, tapi dia punya organelles. Okay, the organelles will also increase, such as mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and the last one, this is when it start to build up energy storage. Dia akan start untuk bina energy. Okay, untuk bina energy, dia akan start build up energy. Okay, nak kumpul energy. Untuk apa? Untuk nak lahirkan lagi dua sel tadi. Okay, that is G1 phase. Alright, during S phase is synthesis phase. Is synthesis phase. This is when DNA will replicate. Okay, DNA replicate or DNA replication occur. Okay, DNA replication occur. This is when the sister chromatids are formed, but in the form of loosely packed chromatin fibers. Okay, so for example, if I draw, it will be like this. Okay, sister chromatid. Dia tapi dalam bentuk kromatin, dalam bentuk benang halus, join at the centromere. Okay, join at the center, at the centromere. Okay, that is S phase. Okay, and histone protein will also be synthesized during the S phase. The importance, okay, S phase ni adalah phase yang paling penting. Okay, yang penting. Sebab apa? Masa ni lah berlakunya DNA replication. Kalau DNA replication kat sini, okay, DNA replication katalah berlaku dekat sini, tapi ada mutation. Ada mutation lah, ada kesilapan sikit. Dia tak akan proceed. Okay, dia tak akan proceed. Dia akan stop. Okay, nanti kita tengok nanti kita tengok balik pada cell cycle tu nanti. Okay, kita tengok dulu apa itu importance of the S phase. DNA is replicated. Okay, DNA is replicated to produce duplicated chromosome. So DNA, so dia akan jadi duplicated, so it will become like this. Okay, duplicated. Okay, second importance to ensure each daughter cell receive the same number and composition of the chromosome as the parental cell. Kalau parent dia banyak tu, anak dia pun akan jadi banyak tu. Okay, kalau kromosom parent dia ada kromosom jenis A, tentu ada gene A, anak dia pun akan dapat gene A. Okay, the daughter cell will receive also gene A. The third importance, histone protein are synthesized so that the cell can make duplicate copies of its chromosome. Okay, because our DNA is wrapped around histone protein. Okay, eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell has DNA that is wrapped around histone protein. So the histone protein is also will be synthesized. And the fourth importance is to increase the amount of DNA. Okay, kita nak tingkatkan DNA punya apa amount, quantity DNA ataupun kromosom. Right? And then the last one, okay, the last phase of interphase is the G2 phase. Okay, G2 phase. Okay, the G2 phase, this is when the energy store increase. Okay, energy store dah increase. Dah banyak dah ni. Okay, the cell continue to manufacture proteins and cytoplasmic organelles and synthesis of microtubules occur. Okay, this is to form spindle fiber. Okay, this spindle fiber later, it will attach to the chromosome. Okay, and then during G2 phase, the centrosome and centriole will also replicate. Okay, centrosome and centriole will also replicate. Okay, daripada satu pair, dia akan replicate menjadi 2 pair. Satu replicate menjadi 2 pair. That is during G2 phase. Right? Okay. Do you have any question regarding interphase? Tak soalan mengenai interphase.
Tak ada.
Okay. Tak ada. Alright.
Macam
Ya.
yang dia disintegrate tu bila?
Ha?
Organel disintegrate
Bila mas, kenapa organel nak disintegrate?
ke nukleolis tu lupa lah.
Ha? Apa dia? Azim? Tak faham. Apa Azim? Boleh?
Tak apa Adam.
Tak, berapa bila organel disintegrate? Tak, awak apa? Bila awak, saya tak faham soalan awak. Organel disintegrate. Organel tak disintegrate during interphase sebab dia baru nak form. And kenapa organel nak disintegrate? Sebab dia bukan nak mati.
Oh, betul lah.
Okay. Alright. Apa ni cakap tadi? Alright. So this is the cell cycle. Okay. This is when the centriole replicate, DNA replication, and then the G2 is when the energy storage will increase. Okay. As I said, as I said before, okay, there are 3 cell cycle arrested. Okay, saya cakap tadi pasal cell arrest. Okay, cell arrest. Maksudnya, cell arrest tu maksudnya cell tu akan stop. Cell cycle arrest. Okay, contohnya masa dekat G1 ni, okay, masa dekat G1, okay, masa dekat G1, katakanlah energy tak cukup. Masa dekat G1 ni kan, energy tak cukup. Energy, masa dia nak masuk S, tiba-tiba dia check, oh tak cukup lah energy. Sel tu akan buat apa? Sel tu akan keluar daripada cell cycle. Sel tu akan keluar daripada cell cycle, dia akan masuk ke dalam G0. Dia akan enter G0. Okay? G0 tu, that is the first cell cycle arrest. Arrest, tahan. Cell arrest. Sel tu akan stop kejap. Dia akan masuk G0. Dekat G0 tu lah, okay, mungkin dia akan stop for a few minutes, few hours, even years. Okay, even years. Dia akan stop. Kalau katakanlah dah cukup, oh energy dah banyak ni, baru dia akan masuk ke S phase. Okay, ke S phase. Baru dia akan masuk ke S phase. Okay, lepas tu dia masuk G2. Masuk G2 nak masuk kepada M phase, kita ada second cell cycle arrest. Second cell cycle arrest. Second cell cycle arrest ni, dia nak check. Okay, dekat masa yang second ni, dia nak check untuk tengok dia nak tengok DNA replication ni okey tak? DNA ni replicate dengan betul tak? Ada tak mutation? Ada tak kesilapan? Kalau silap, dia tak akan proceed masuk M phase. Okay, dia tak akan proceed. Right? Then, the third cell arrest is during metaphase to anaphase. Okay, the third arrest during metaphase to anaphase. That is the third cell cycle arrest. Okay, that is the third cell arrest. Okay, metaphase to anaphase. Metaphase to anaphase ni, kenapa dia arrest kat situ? Kenapa dia stop dekat situ? Dia nak check spindle fiber ni betul-betul dah attach ke tak? Okay, kat sini. Spindle fiber ni betul-betul dah attach kepada kromosom atau tak? Kalau tak attach, dia tak akan proceed kepada anaphase. Okay, that is just extra information. Itu yang saya belajar lah. Itu yang saya belajar masa degree. Okay, saya sambung belajar degree bio. So itu apa yang saya belajar. Ada lagi faktor-faktor yang menyebabkan dia arrest. Tapi that is just for your extra information. Okay, sebab soalan pernah keluar, dia bagi gambar, dia tak label, tiba-tiba dia label G0. And then dia tanya, ini phase apa? Okay, itu phase apa? Sini phase apa? So bila dia keluar dekat G0, itu adalah phase G1. Okay, G1 phase. Alright, so my question is, what happen when there is uncontrollable cell division? Apa yang berlaku? What
Macam
happen if...
cancer ke madam?
Biasa.
Yes, very good. Ya, pandai semua. Okay, betul. Dia bila ada uncontrollable cell division, dia akan jadi cancer. Okay, cancer. Dia akan jadi cancer. Okay, dia tak boleh control. Dia akan divide. Okay, tanpa stop. Dia akan divide. Sebab tu dia cepat spread. Dia cepat merebak. Okay, dia cepat merebak. Okay, sebab dia akan non-stop dividing. Right? Okay, we move on to the next one, which is the mitotic phase. Nah, baru masuk mitotic. Okay, we move on to the next one, which is mitotic phase. Next, if we have mitosis. Mitosis is also known as karyokinesis. Karyokinesis is the division of nucleus. Okay, division of nucleus. Nucleus divide, which include prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Make sure you capitalize the initial. Okay, initial the first start of the word, the first letter you need to capitalize. Okay, you need to capitalize PMAT, right? That is mitosis. And then we have cytokinesis, the division of cytoplasm. Okay, sebab tu kita panggil cytoplasm, division of cytoplasm. This is when the two cells is formed. The two cells are formed. If we only have karyokinesis, then we're going to have a one cell that have two nucleus. But after telophase, it will proceed with cytokinesis. After we proceed with cytokinesis, then we're going to have the two daughter cells. Okay, two cells. Right? Okay. Every eukaryotic species has a characteristic number of chromosomes in each nucleus. For example, every human somatic cell contains 46. So we as a human, we have 46 chromosomes in our somatic cell. For reproductive cell, for our gamete cell, for example, sperm and egg cell, it contains 23 chromosomes. Okay, the ploidy level is already haploid. This is diploid, this is haploid. 46, 23. Okay. Right. We have two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Okay. Mitosis occur in somatic cell. Every cell in our body except for germ cell is somatic cells. For mitosis, it will produce two daughter cells. Okay, and the number of chromosomes in each daughter cell is equal. Okay, the number of chromosomes in each daughter cell is equal. For example, if we start with 46, the daughter cell will also have 46 chromosomes. Okay, in meiosis, it occur in germ cell. Okay, in your lecture note, dia tak tulis germ kan? Dia tulis apa? Lecture note awak, dia tulis apa?
Gonad cell.
Gonads. Okay, I want you to change to the germ cell. Okay, I want you to change to the germ cell, not gonad. We don't use gonad anymore. Okay, occur in a germ cell. Okay, GERM, germ cell. Okay, for meiosis, it occur in germ cell. It will produce 4 daughter cells, and the number of chromosome in each daughter cell is half. Okay, the number of chromosome in each daughter cells is half. For example, if we start with 46, kalau kita start dengan 46 daughter cell, 4 akan ada berapa? Daughter cell akan ada berapa? Chromosome in daughter cell?
23.
23. Very good. Tak payahlah guna calculator.
Cikgu, kalau tulis occur in reproductive cell boleh ke cikgu?
Occur in?
Reproductive cells.
Tak boleh sebab reproductive cell tu besar. Dia banyak
Yes.
sel dalam tu. So tak tepat. Dia bukan salah tapi tak tepat. Right?
Terima kasih cikgu.
Sama-sama Devendran. Alright. Okay, so Mentimeter. Okay, klik mana dia? Kita akan buat sedikit soalan Mentimeter. Alright, please go to this. Sekejap sebentar. Mana dia? Apa ni? Okay. Alright. So go to www.menti.com. Okay, go to www.menti.com and use the code 44062807, or you can scan the QR code. Okay? Menti.com. Alright? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Tu 4406 4406 2807 4406 2807. Dapat ke? Anas ke? Amir, sorry Amir dapat Alright, 22. Kita patut ada 28. Okay, 28. Mana lagi 7? Kalau ada masalah internet bagi tahu Okay, ada masalah internet bagi tahu. "26." Okay, mana lagi 2 orang? Ada tak?
Slow lah.
Slow, okay, tak apa Nabila, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, tak apa, lagi seorang. Okay. Alright, kita proceed. Okay, answer first to get more points. Okay, the question is, during what phase of the cell cycle does the cell grow? Look at your phone. Okay. You only have sekejap je saya bagi masa. It's supposed to be 30 seconds actually. It's supposed to be 30 seconds. Alright. Okay, so the answer is G1 phase, guys. G1 phase. During what phase of the cell cycle does the cell grow? The answer is G1 phase. Alright, very good. Ada yang jawab G2, ada yang jawab M. Salah. It's cell grow. Masa dekat G1. Okay, alright. Ada lagi 2 soalan, but we're going to proceed on that later. Okay, after we discuss mitosis. Back to our slide. Okay. Can I proceed, guys? Okay. Yeah. Siapa panggil saya? Ishad. Okay. Alright. Okay. 3.2 mitosis describe the 4 stages of mitosis and the behavior of the chromosome for each stage. Okay. Describe the 4 stages of mitosis and behavior. Behavior tu awak kena cerita kromosom tu tengah buat apa dekat setiap stage. Bukannya awak pergi cerita, oh spindle fiber, ada spindle fiber, oh ada ester tak. Okay tak? Cerita pasal behavior of the chromosome. Right, behavior of chromosome. And learning objective B, describe briefly the cytokinesis process in animal and plant cell. Okay, describe briefly the cytokinesis process in animal and plant cell. Someone can tell me, someone tell me what is the difference between cytokinesis in animal and plant cell?
Like animal dia bentuk cleavage furrow.
Okay, good.
Kalau
Azim?
plant cell dia bentuk vesicle plate.
It is cell plate. Okay, but good. Okay, good job for trying. Okay, it's not vesicle plate but cell plate. Okay, so cytokinesis in animal cell by the formation of cleavage furrow. Plant cell by the formation of cell plate. Okay, next learning objective is to compare the cell division. Compare the cell division in animal and plant. Compare. When the question asks you to compare, what you need to include in your essay, in your sentence, in your essay lah. If the question about compare, what do you need to include?
The difference and
Similarities and differences. Okay, bagus, pandai. Saya pernah buat quiz tak kat kelas awak ni? Pernah tak saya buat quiz?
Quiz apa Mita?
Quiz yang macam saya on camera buat quiz depan saya. Pernah? Tak pernah kan?
Tak pernah.
Mungkin kita akan buat minggu depan bagi meraihkan merdeka. Mungkin kita akan buat. Alright. we're going to discuss A. Okay, A dulu, describe the 4 stages of mitosis. First, before we move on to the behavior of the chromosome, this is the first thing that you need to know. Definition. Okay, definition. Mitosis is a division of somatic cell to produce 2 genetically identical daughter cells, with each cell having the same number of chromosome as the parental cell. So the keyword here, produce 2 genetically identical daughter cell. Daughter cell yang sebiji sama, okay, with each cell having the same number of chromosomes as the parental cell, and each daughter cell having the same number of chromosomes. If the parental cell is 46, then the daughter cell will be 46. We have 4 stages, 4 phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Okay, so this is the diagram that show the mitosis in animal cell. Okay, kenapa saya cakap animal cell? Kenapa saya cakap animal cell? What can you see?
The shape.
The shape of what?
Alright.
The shape of you. Huh? Shape of my height. Shape of the cell. Shape of the cell. Okay, the shape of the cell. Very good. Siapa yang bagi jawapan tadi, saya tak perasan. Okay, sebab saya tengok 2 benda, so saya tak perasan. Okay, so shape of the cell. Okay, as you can see, this cell do not has cell wall. Okay, do not have cell wall. Okay, so this shows this is the animal cell. Okay, we have prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Right? Okay, so first we're going to take a look at prophase. What is the behavior of the chromosome during prophase? So during prophase, the chromatin fibers coil and condense. Okay, the chromatin fiber coil and condense. Chromatin dalam benang halus, dia akan coil and condense. Okay, the chromosome will shorten and thicken. Okay, the chromosome will shorten and thicken. Okay, and each chromosome consists of 2 sister chromatids joined at the centromere. Tengah-tengah ni adalah centromere. So 2 sister chromatid akan join, berhubung jadi centromere. Okay, ni. Right? So when you explain, okay, as we look at the point number 1, chromatin fiber coil and condense. Kena cakap in pair, coil and condense. Chromosome shorten, thicken. Okay, that is the behavior of chromosome. Okay, other things that happen during prophase, we can see that the spindle fiber form from centrosome. Okay, spindle fiber started to form. This is spindle fiber. Okay, which is made up from microtubules. This is the ester. Ester tu macam ada spark. Spark tu adalah ester. Okay, ester. The centrosome will move towards opposite pole of the cell. If it is stuck here, okay, kalau dia punya centrosome begins at this point, after it replicate, the other centrosome will move towards opposite poles. Then the nuclear envelope and the nucleolus disappear. Okay, the nuclear envelope and the nucleolus will disappear. That is during prophase. So this is during prophase. You can see that as 2 sister chromatids join at the centromere. Right? Okay, then we move on to the metaphase. Okay, during the metaphase, the chromosomes, or you can write sister chromatids. Okay, sister chromatids. Okay, tolong tambahlah boleh. You can add extra information in your lecture note. The chromosome or sister chromatids arrange or line up at the metaphase plate. Okay, the chromosome line up or arrange at the metaphase plate. Or you can write arrange at the equator of the cell. Okay, equator of the cell. If you just write equator, equator can be anything. It can be equator of the earth. It can be equator of the cell. So please write equator of the cell. Okay, so this is metaphase. So you can see that the chromosomes or the sister chromatids line up at the metaphase plate. Okay, line up at the metaphase plate. Okay, from this slide, how many chromosome number that you can see in here? How many chromosome number? Ada berapa chromosome number?
No.
Sorry?
6.
6. So 2n equals to 6. Okay, 2n equals to 6. Right? Okay. So anaphase, this is when the sister chromatids, the sister chromatids separate and move. Okay. If you describing about anaphase, you must describe this in pair. Okay, separate and move. Okay, sister chromatids separate and move. Tak boleh tak tulis salah satu. Okay, you must write in pair. Sister chromatids separate and move towards opposite pole of the cell. Okay, separate and move toward opposite pole of the cell, and centromere will move first. Okay, the centromere will move first. Sebab apa centromere bergerak dulu? Sebab spindle fiber attach kepada centromere. Okay, spindle fiber attached to the centromere, and then it will pull the chromosome. Alright. Now the each chromatid becomes independent chromosome. Okay, this is anaphase. Okay, you can see that it started to separate. Okay, the sister chromatid separate. Okay, they separate and move towards opposite poles. Okay, move to the opposite pole, so the centromere will move first. Right. Okay, centromere tu bergerak dulu. Okay, they separate. Sister chromatid separate. Once separate, dia separate dulu separate, and it will move toward opposite poles with centromere move first. That is anaphase. And then for telophase, okay, this is when the new nuclear envelope form. Okay, new nuclear envelope. Nuclear envelope yang baru akan form. Okay, form. New nuclear envelope form. Nucleoli dia akan reform. Nucleoli yang lama tadi. Okay, nuclear envelope dia akan form new, yang baru. Nucleoli yang lama. Sebab tu kita guna perkataan reform ataupun reappear. Okay, reform or reappear. Now the telophase this is when the chromosome arrive at opposite poles. Okay, the chromosome is already arrived at opposite poles of the cell. Now the chromosome from like this, it will uncoil and lengthen. Okay, the chromosome now will uncoil and lengthen, become less condensed, and return to chromatin form. It will return to benang halus. Okay, the chromatin form. Alright, so this is the telophase. Okay, telophase followed by cytokinesis. So you can see that during telophase, the chromosomes will move towards opposite pole. We do not call this as sister chromatids anymore. We call this as chromosome. Okay, the chromosome arrive at the opposite poles. Okay, move towards opposite poles of the cell. And then it will followed by cytokinesis. Alright. Do you have any questions? Guys, do you have any questions? Ada soalan tak?
So far, no, teacher.
So far, no. Okay, but I have question for you. Alright, please go to Go Formative. Okay, I already posted the assignment in your Google Classroom. Please go to Please go to Go Formative, and then please do questions. Okay, I have a 6 question. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. Let me see. Okay, there are 6 questions. Okay, 6 questions in Go Formative. So I want you to do the questions. Okay, let me see. Alright, you can see that. Okay, zoom in. Okay, this is topic 3, cell division. Okay, jangan buat lagi, kita tengok dulu soalan dia. Figure 1 shows a cell cycle and one of the stages in mitosis B. Okay, name the mitotic stage shown in B, state the chromosomal behavior, give one important event during S phase, Okay, and then this question, 2 marks. A cat has 38 chromosomes. How many chromosomes are inherited? Explain your answer. And then the last question, question 6 is this one. Question 6 is hot question. Okay, soalan K-byte, higher order thinking skill. Okay, so 2 markah for these questions. Alright, I give you 10 minutes to do. Okay, 10 minutes. Alright, boleh ke? What? Okay, give you 10
Boleh.
minutes to do. Alright, I'm going to see your response here. Okay, alright, 10 minutes. Going to aduh eh. Anish Syafawani ada? Anish Syafawani. Anis.
Ada, madam.
Anaphase A kalau boleh huruf besar
Okay.
Okay. Okay, very good. Untuk jawapan nombor 1 betul. Amira Syafiqah mana? Amira Syafiqah? Amira Syafiqah ada tak? Tak ada Ain Najwa ada? Ain Najwa. Ain
Rumah dia
Najwa.
hujan kot. Ada.
Apa dia? Apa dia?
Rumah dia hujan kot.
Oh hujan. Biasalah hujan. Faham. Okay, Amira Syafiqah. Ain Najwa pun?
Ada, madam.
Ain Najwa nampak tak jawab soalan 1?
Ada.
Ya, kenapa tak jawab soalan 1?
Line saya slow, madam.
Oh okay, tak apa. Kalau tak, tapi nampak soalan tak? Ain nampak soalan tak? Tengok line dia slow tak boleh dapat. Okay, tak apa. Question 2. The sisters apa soalan dia? State the chromosomal behavior shown in
Tak,
male.
madam. Line saya slow.
Okay, tak apa. Nanti saya bagi soalan secara hard copy, soft copy dekat WhatsApp. Boleh tak? Okay, sister separate. Aini Syafawani separate spelling salah.
Boleh.
Ya, Anis Syafawani.
Ya, madam.
Separate spelling salah. Azim separate salah. Asal semua separate salah Kau hati je separate ke tak? Saya tak tanda separate spelling salah saya tak tanda. Separate. Separate je macam mana Tiba-tiba saya pula muskil.
Separit.
Sebab banyak sangat salah ni, takkan unite sangat. Separate lah, PA kan.
Separit.
Yelah, kenapa tak buat? Kenapa saya je salah juga? Sister kami separate and move. Okay, nice. Separate and move toward opposite poles of the set. Very good, Qayyum. Okay, Afifah, kita tak cakap pasal separation centromere. Kita cakap, dia tanya, bila soalan satu markah macam ni, bagi Afifah dengar?
Ya.
Bila soalan satu markah, awak kena cakap benda yang penting yang berlaku. Kalau separation centromere, dia tak penting. Apa yang benda yang paling penting yang berlaku masa tu? Okay? Alright.
Okay, madam.
Welcome. Daniel Aiman, each chromatic become an independent chromosome. Salah. Soalan satu markah bagi poin yang penting. Daniel? Boleh ke Daniel?
Boleh.
Okay.
Dah boleh submit ke madam?
Dah submit? Kalau dah submit tak boleh betul kan? Okay, separate and move. Siapa separate and move? X. Fasihah? Fasihah? Mana
Ya,
Fasihah?
madam.
Siapa yang separate and move?
Tu sister chromatic.
Macam siapa? Saya tak tahu ni. Siapa yang separate and move? Okay? Sister chromatic.
Okay, madam.
Awak kena pretend macam pemeriksa tak tahu apa-apa. Bagi jawapan detail. Sister chromatic separate and move. Very good. Sister chromatic separate and move. Jazima, bagus. Insyirah, two sister chromatic separate and move towards opposite pole. Spelling Daniel Aiman, celah mana DNA replicated? Daniel Aiman.
Ya madam. Salah baca soalan lah.
Itu soalan, itu jawapan untuk mana?
Allah.
Itu jawapan untuk mana? Soalan 3 kan?
Silap.
Itu jawapan untuk 3.
Patut dah.
Okay, tak apa. Sempat lagi betul kan? Separate and move. Okay, separate and move. Tak payah cakap pasal two sister chromatic. Just cakap terus sister chromatics Sister chromatics. Sister chromatics. Separated at centromere and pull toward opposite poles. Jia, are you here, Jia? Yeah. We prefer to use separate and move. Okay, we stick to our syllabus. Our syllabus, right? We use separate and move, bukan pull. Alright?
Okay.
Okay. Tapi betul lah, technically betul. Just stick to our syllabus. The chromosome separate. Spelling, Ishad, spelling. Pola apa? Pola bear. Ishad ada tak? Ishad, pola apa Ishad? Polarity. Allah, comel. Adik ada ke? Okay, tak apa. Take your time. Comel lah. Bagus.
Madam, yang nombor 2 tu kan, boleh ke tulis chromatic becomes an independent chromosome?
Tak boleh sebab dia satu markah bagi jawapan yang penting.
So ni je lah yang separate tu lah.
Separate. Separate.
Okay. Yeah.
Separate. Okay, separate. Tu sister chromatic. Okay, tak apa. Kita pergi pada question number 3. Yang 2 tu tengah jawab, tak apa. Jawab. Okay, give one important event that occur during S phase. S phase. Okay, S phase DNA replication. Betul. Okay, yang ni pun betul. Satu. Aini betul. Pandai. Alisha, Alisha we back to you later. DNA replicated. Bavisha, betul. Bavisha, lama tak nampak. Fahana, replication of DNA, betul. Evendran, betul. Replication of DNA, betul. Rishad, betul. DNA replicated. Daniel, pandai. Koyum, pandai. Ain, pandai. Afifah, very good. Tasnim, pandai. Hidayah, excellent. DNA replicated. Nabila. Tiba-tiba Nabila lain. Nabila, dia tanya important event Nabila. Nabila?
Ya.
Dia tanya important event.
Ya.
Awak ni awak elaborate. Dia nak invent saja. So jawapan tu kita tak terimalah jawapan awak ni sebab ni kira macam elaboration. Okay? Important event dia adalah DNA replication. Okay, it's okay. Tak apa. Salah tak apa. Salah kita belajar. That is the process of learning. Amanina betul. Saya pun dulu banyak juga buat salah. Belajar. Okay, DNA replication. Alright. DNA replicates, very good. Ilham tak ada. Alisha, it's not synthesis of histone protein, Alisha. That is not important event. Soalan dia one important event. Benda yang paling penting sekali, Alisha. Tak Alisha? Ya Alisha? Okay, so kita tak terima lah. Walaupun sintesis histone betul ada dalam S phase, tapi dia bukanlah important event. Alright, we move on to the next question. Question number 4. Question number 4. Ni malas Okay, question number 4. Kita tengok question number 4 guys. Okay, question number 4 dia cakap, dia cakap dalam bahasa Melayu. Saya cakap dulu dalam bahasa Inggeris. Cakap dulu in English. Okay, in English, bahasa Melayu, dia cakap a cat has 38 chromosome in its somatic cell. 38 chromosome in its somatic cell. How many chromosome are inherited from the female parent? Explain your answer. Kucing ada 38 kromosom dalam sel somatik. Berapa kromosom yang akan di-inherit, akan diwarisi, diwarisi from the female parent. Daripada mak dia. Explain your answer. Okay. So, bila dia cakap keyword kat sini adalah somatic cell. Bila somatic cell, proses apa? Mitosis or meiosis?
Mitosis.
Yes. Okay, kuat sangat. Okay. Proses meiosis. Proses mitosis. So, when it is mitosis, 38 chromosome refer to diploid or haploid?
Diploid.
Diploid ke haploid? Pandai. Diploid. So, kalau cat diploid dia 38 kromosom, berapa dia dapat? Anak dia, how many chromosome are inherited from the female parent? Anak dia akan mewarisi berapa daripada mak dia?
19.
Yes, 19. Jawapan dia adalah 19. Alright. So, selain 19. Okay. Betul. Kenapa jawab 38? Tasnim, kenapa jawab 38 Tasnim? Kenapa jawab 38 Tasnim? Tasnim, kenapa? Saya nak tahu. Tasnim.
Ya.
Ya, kenapa jawab 38 Tasnim?
Sebab dia ingat ada mitosis tu dia sama macam
Sama.
parent cell.
Oh, hangat sama. Okay, sekarang faham tak? Bila saya explain tadi, faham tak kenapa dia 19?
Faham.
Faham Sure
Ya.
Kalau faham kat tangan. Okay, yang salah ni 38, yang jawab 38 ni, faham tak macam mana dapat 19? Kalau faham angkat tangan.
Cikgu boleh explain lagi sekali ke cikgu?
Different, okay. Alright, I will explain again. Alright, so kita tengok lagi soalan. Kita tengok balik soalan Okay, thank you siapa yang jawab. Yang angkat tangan, sorry. Alright, so okay. This question, a cat has 38 chromosomes in its somatic cell. So when it refer to somatic cell, it refer to the process of mitosis. Okay, so mitosis, right? So somatic cell, kalau somatic cell, dia punya ploidy level is 2n equals to 38. Okay, kalau somatic cell ni adalah proses mitosis. So bila somatic cell, dia punya diploid cell adalah 2n sama dengan 38. Kucing ni 2n sama dengan 38. How many chromosome? Dia tanya berapa banyak kromosom are inherited from the female parent. So bila 38, dia akan pass dalam egg cell dia. Okay, dalam egg cell dia berapa kromosom dalam egg cell? Berapa yang dia akan pass kepada egg cell kepada gamete cell. Sebab soalan tanya how many chromosome are inherited from the female parent. Anak kucing ni dia dapat kromosom berapa daripada mak dia. Mak dia dapat berapa, bapak dia dapat berapa. Anak kucing ni dia punya diploid adalah 38 kromosom. Okey, sekarang berapa dapat daripada mak, berapa dapat daripada bapa? Macam tu. Itu soalan dia. Boleh ke Dipendran?
Boleh faham cikgu.
Okay, alright. So the answer will be 19. Tadi saya nampak 23. Tipu, siapa padam tadi? Saya nampak 23. Sekejap bila kucing jadi macam manusia? Okay? Alright. Saya nampak 23 tadi. Dah cepat betul padamnya. Okay, so 19. So semua jawapan yang 19 betul lah. Okay, betul. Sekarang dia suruh awak explain. Let me check. Okay, alright. Then the question asks you to explain. Right? The question asks you to explain. Explain your answer. 1 markah. Okay, kita tengok. Okay. Aini Najwa, betul. Number of chromosome in each daughter cell is half the number of chromosome from the parental cell. Okay, bila dia kenapa jawapan awak 19 tu, awak kena cakap daughter cell tu dah dapat half the chromosome number from the parental cell. Okay, alright, kita tengok dulu jawapan. Kita tak apa, masih ada yang tulis jawapan, tak apa, kita tunggu kejap. I want you to write, okay, I want you to write based on your understanding. Okay, is answer the question based on your understanding. And this is just 1 mark. 1 markah saja. So tak payah tulis macam essay. It's okay, take your time. It's okay, take your time. Kita belajar kan, okay, ambil masa. Kita kelas 2 jam, ambil masa. Okay, so if you look at this, okay, because the chromosome in protective cells are haploid. Okay, bagus. Anish apa awak ni? Tulis terus 2n = 38. Okay, the number of chromatin cell is half of its parental cell. Aiman betul. Bavisha pun betul. Meiosis produce half the number of chromosome in mana, Fahana? Because meiosis produce, Fahana, because meiosis produce half the number of chromosome as the parental cell. Now, half the number of chromosome ni dekat mana, Fahana?
Apa?
Meiosis produce half the number of chromosome. Chromosome kat mana?
Dekat germ cell.
Daughter.
Doktor.
Daughter cell. Okay, so tak lengkap ni. So tolong
Ah.
tambah daughter cell. Daughter cell je awak kena tambah.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Okay, very good. Dependent. Azim betul. Germ cell chromosome is haploid. Ishad, the germ cell chromosome is haploid to somatic cell. Ishad, rephrase balik Ishad. Irshad.
Ya.
Apa awak nak cakap ni? Apa yang awak try nak cakap ni? Tak saya tahu.
Germ cell chromosome haploid while somatic cell is diploid.
Okay, dia tak menjawab soalan. Dia tak menjawab soalan kalau awak jawab macam tu. Sebab soalan tanya, kenapa cat tu dah dapat 19? Kenapa cat tu, kenapa female parent hanya pas 19 sahaja? Kenapa? Okay, kalau awak cakap somatic cell banyak ni, germ cell banyak ni, dia tak menjawab soalan. Okay, awak kena cakap kenapa dia inherit 19 saja. So tolong rephrase balik. Okay, jawab betul. Betul Dania. Koyum betul. Okay, betul. Afifah betul. Alright, Tasnim. Sudah kita ni. Alright, betul Hidayah. Very good. Esther Hamzah Kamba. Okay, Insyira betul. Jazima betul. Okay, Syuhana pun betul. Kristina betul. Komozor ini betul. Okay, betul Sofia. Pas. Okay, Fasihah tak menjawab soalan ya, Fasihah. Fasihah ada tak?
Ya, madam.
Because number of chromosome in daughter cell is diploid to the number of chromosome in the female parent cell. Tak. Explanation awak ni menunjuk kepada penerangan kepada mitosis. Salah. Okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay, alright.
Thank you, madam.
Amir betul. Okay, Fahana betul. Alright, Isyad nanti tolong betulkan jawapan Isyad.
Beda.
Isyad boleh tak betulkan jawapan Alright. Okay, question 6. Okay, question 6. Okay, question 6 kita tengok kejap question 6 Kita tengok question 6. Okay. Question 6, okay, dia cakap kat sini, a scientist treated growing tips of onion roots with a chemical that stops root growing. Okay, scientist ni treated growing tips of onion roots with chemical that stop root growing. After 24 hours, he prepared a stained squash of these root tips. Figure 3 shows a drawing the chromosome in a single cell observed in the squash of one of these root tips in Anaphase. Okay, so use all of this information to suggest how the chemical stop. So dia cakap saintis ni letak chemical dekat onion roots. Onion root ni tengah grow. Then saintis ni letak chemical. After 24 hours, after 24 hours, he prepared a stained squash of this root tip. After 24 hours, the scientist prepare root tip, onion root tip yang dah letak dengan pewarna. Okay, yang dah letak dengan pewarna. Then he observed under microscope and it shows this phase. Okay, it shows this phase. Okay, dia tunjukkan gambar yang ni. This cell was atypical of other cell in anaphase in these root tips. Okay. Dia bila dia observe under microscope, dia nampak sel tu bentuk dia macam ni. Then soalan tanya, how the chemical stop the growth of roots? So bila scientist tu letak chemical, bagaimana chemical tu stop growing the roots? Okay. Boy, tak apa, ambil masa untuk jawab. Boleh ke? Faham tak soalan tu? Boleh tak faham? Faham tak soalan tu? Dia nak apa?
Faham.
Okay. Alright. So try jawab. Okay. Alright. So, chemical disturb the form of spindle fiber. Okay, berdua markah. Okay, kalau you tengok, okay, most of you yang dah jawab lah. Okay, dia tanya how chemical stop the growth of roots. So, macam mana dia boleh stop? Okay, macam mana dia punya how the chemical stop the growth of root. First, soalan tak cakap pun chemical tu apa. Carcinogen ke, apa ke tak, carcinogen ke ataupun bromide ke, tak bagi tahu. So, cakap je chemical. Okay, so first awak boleh cakap chemical will stop anaphase. Okay, kalau kita tengok Aini, Najwa punya jawapan, the chemical will stop the anaphase phase. Okay, dapatlah markah pertama. Chemical stop ada anaphase phase. Kenapa dia boleh stopkan anaphase tu? Sebab dia stopkan spindle fiber from forming. Dia tak bagi spindle fiber form. Markah kedua. Aini, Najwa dapat 2 markah. Okay? Alright, Ini adalah jawapan dia. Okay, kalau kita tengok, okay, Anis punya jawapan, the chemical stop the anaphase stage. Okay, 1 markah. By preventing the sister chromatid from being separate and move. Okay, so jawapan Anis dia tak menerangkan bila stop dekat anaphase tu apa lagi yang dia stop. Kenapa dia boleh stop? Okay, so dapat 1 markah sajalah. Ya Anis? Boleh ke Anis?
Okay, madam.
Sebab ni awak punya point kat sini dengan point yang ni macam sama. Okay, dia sama. So dia tak menerangkan. So 1 markah saja. Okay, kita tengok jawapan Aiman. The chemical inhibit anaphase. Sister chromatid doesn't. Okay, sama. 1 markah saja. Okay, the chemical okay, Bavisha punya jawapan. Chemical stop anaphase. The first mark. Markah pertama. Spindle fiber does not form. Markah kedua. Okay? Okay, so yang lain saya boleh pergi laju lah. Azim by prevent the spindle. Okay, dapat 2 markah. Evendron, chemical disrupt the process of anaphase because it contain that this. Okay, betul. Markah kedua. Okay, chemical prevent the anaphase to occur, which is, okay, 2 markah. Chemical prevent the anaphase process, makes the spindle fiber, 1 markah. Make the spindle fiber unable. Kenapa spindle fiber unable to separate? Isyad ke dia explain ya Isyad? Tak Isyad? Lebih baik awak cakap spindle fiber cannot form. Itu lagi tepat. Okay, awak dah dapat dah idea. Idea tu dah ada. Tapi kena rephrase sikit je. Alright, Chia, chemical prevent chromatin. Chemical prevent chromatin. Okay, Chia, 1 markah saja. Kat mana you dapat markah? Dekat sini. Okay. Spindle fiber cannot go. Spindle fiber tak go. Ami, spindle fiber tak go, Ami. Spindle fiber cannot form. Yang hanya akan pergi adalah kromosom. Boleh tak Ami?
Oh.
Spindle fiber dia tak form, dia tak go. Spindle fiber tarik. Okay, tarik siapa? Kromosom untuk go.
Teguh.
Ya. Betul Isyad? Betul Isyad?
Betul.
Chemical stop anaphase. Okay, pandai Daniel. Chemical stop spindle fiber cannot form. Koyum betul. Prevent separation of sister chromatid. Okay, Tasnim dapat 1 markah lah sebab dia tak explain. Okay, Tasnim? Tasnim? Tasnim?
Okay. Ya.
Dapat Okay, the chemical will stop the anaphase. 1 markah saja. Kenapa siapa yang baru masuk? Chemical occur. Ain Najwa, chemical occur sister chromatid. Saya tak faham. Anaphase not occur. Okay, kat sini dapat markah Ain Najwa. Okay, chemical can stop the growth of root because the histone protein. Amboi. Hidayah, tak ada jawab markah Hidayah. Tak menjawab soalan. Chemical will stop the anaphase. 1 markah. Okay, 2 markah. 1 markah. When at the metaphase chromosome
Madam. Ilham baru masuk.
Ilham okey tak Ilham? Ilham.
Ya, madam.
Ilham.
Ya.
Okey ke?
Okey. Baru
Pakai gelamping ke?
baru pakai. Esok potong.
Esok potong. Kenapa pakai hari ni esok potong?
Tak tahu dia baru panggil hari ni pakai gelang. Sebab
Itu esok potong?
Sampai esok.
Lohai. Astaghfirullahalazim. Okey tak sekarang? Rasa macam demam ke apa ke?
Tak. Demam saya semua dah sihat dah.
Oh, Alhamdulillah. Okay, tak apalah, awak join je dulu. Nanti awak tengok balik recording ni. Okay, tengok je lah dulu Alright. So the chemical stop the anaphase. Okay, 1 markah. 2 markah. Tengok ni. Fasihah jawab. Chemical will stop anaphase, spindle fiber will not form. Fasihah jawab, dua ayat simple macam ni dah dapat 2 markah. Okay, they make it simple. Nak explain pun tak apa, tak ada masalah. Tapi saya tengok, macam tengok Fasihah, jawapan dia singkat dan padat. Itu yang dapat markah. Okay, kita tengok Sofia. Chemical stop the growth of root with stop the anaphase. Okay, 1 markah. Because the spindle fiber cannot be formed. Okay, kalau Sofia, jawapan awak kat sini pun dah dapat markah dah Sofia. Ya Sofia? Sofia?
Okay, cikgu.
Okay. Okay, Amira Syafiqah. Betul. Sama. Okay, perfect. Not perfect. Yes, perfect. Simple and short tapi padat. Alright. So that is co-formative. Alright. Okay, I'll stop present here. Alright, kita sambung kat sini. Kita
Tekan
sambung.
submit ke madam?
Tekan submit. Yes. Dah betul semua, dah dapat betul kan? Tekan submit. Alright. Okay, saya nak sambung sikit je. Saya tak masuk meiosis pun. Saya nak sambung sikit je. Nak cerita pasal cytokinesis. Okay, meiosis mungkin saya pergi pada terms je lah kot. Okay, cytokinesis. Cytokinesis in animal cell. Okay, cytokinesis in animal cell. Kejap. Wow. Okay, cytokinesis in animal cell occur by a process known as cleavage when there is appearance of cleavage furrow. So in animal cell, it will show the formation of cleavage furrow. The membrane is pulled inwards by the cytoskeleton. A contractile ring forms on the cytoplasmic side of the cleavage furrow. Microfilaments of the ring contract. Okay, so what happens is inside the cell, there is cytoskeleton. Okay, cytoskeleton. This cytoskeleton will pull the membrane towards inside. Akan bergerak masuk. Pull inwards. Lepas tu dia jadi macam ni. Form macam cleavage furrow ni. Okay. The contractile ring is consist of actin and myosin. Okay, consists of actin and myosin form on the cytoplasmic side of the cleavage furrow. It form here. So once it pull, the cleavage furrow will deepen. Dia akan deepen. Okay, lurah tu akan masuk ke dalam, and it will reduce the diameter of the ring and it will pinch off. Once it pinch off, it will form 2 daughter cells. Okay, so that is cytokinesis in animal cell. Cytokinesis in plant cell. Okay, cytokinesis in plant cell, it will involve the formation of cell plate. Okay, cell plate. Vesicle derived from Golgi body. So Golgi body, the function. What is the function of Golgi body? What is the function of Golgi body?
Modifying.
Packaging.
Packaging. MPSS.
Sorting.
Shipping.
Shaping.
Betul, pandai. Thank you. MPSS. Modify, packaging, sorting, shipping. Siapa nak modify? Nak modify apa? Nak shipping apa? Nak sort apa?
Proteins and
Proteins and lipid.
Protein and lipid. Very good. Thank you, Jazima and Adeline. Alright. Okay. So what happened is the vesicle. Kenapa? Okay. It's okay. Okay. Vesicle derived from Golgi body move along microtubules to the middle of the cell. So vesicle daripada Golgi body ni, dia akan move along microtubule. Okay, dia macam ada laluan, ada track kat situ. So what happen is the vesicle will follow the track. And inside the vesicle there is carbohydrate. Okay, carbohydrate. This carbohydrate will form the cell wall. Okay, the carbohydrate will form the cell wall. Okay, after some point the vesicle will enlarge. Okay, the vesicle will enlarge and fuse to form cell plate. Okay, vesicle tu akan membesar. Okay, dia akan besar and then dia akan fuse together. It will form cell plate across the equator. Tengah-tengah ni. Garisan equator ni. Okay. Then what happen is cell plate will expand. Dia akan expand outward. Expand keluar. And fuse with plasma membrane. Okay, fuse to plasma membrane and a new cell wall form between the membrane. Okay, ni cell wall yang baru lah. Okay, base cell wall yang baru. New cell wall form between the membranes and forming two cells. Okay, and forming two cells. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, this is cytokinesis in animal cell. It will show the formation of cleavage furrow. Okay, whereas this is cytokinesis in plant cell, it will show the formation of cell plate. Okay, there are two different things. Okay, cytokinesis in animal cell, cleavage furrow, plant cell, cell plate. Okay, kita tengok kepada yang seterusnya. Alright. Okay, Cytokinesis tower in Doha, Qatar. Okay, awak tahu tak baru-baru ni, about 6 days ago, I think 6 or 5 to 6 days ago, dekat Doha, Qatar, diorang nak build ni tau. Diorang nak build ni, Cytokinesis tower. Okay, inspired by cytokinesis. Awak bayangkan, cytokinesis yang kita nampak macam ada function ni, yang kita nampak macam okay, dalam sel je pun. How the cytokinesis inspired, okay, the architect to build this cytokinesis tower in Doha, Qatar. Okay, they proposed this idea. They're going to build this year, 2021, and it will be completed by 2025. Okay, 2025. Nanti katakanlah 2025 umur awak berapa nanti? Umur 2025? Umur awak berapa?
4 kot.
24. Mungkin masa tu dah kaya pun kan. Dah kaya, lepas tu dah dapat duit
Tengah
PTPTM.
belajar lagi.
Yelah, duit PTPTM pergi melancong. Okay, katakanlah dah kaya, lepas tu macam ada buat side income contoh. Nak pergi Doha, Qatar. Pergi Doha, Qatar. Pergi negara kaya. Okay, tak tahan. Lepas tu pergi Doha. Awak boleh nampak lah ni. InsyaAllah lah dia akan siap. Okay, Cytokinesis Tower in Doha, Qatar. Tak payahlah pergi 2025, mungkin pergi 2030 ke, pergi nanti. Dah kerja, kumpul duit, boleh tengok Cytokinesis Tower kalau dia siap. Okay, the structure which resemble two separate parts of the organism also gets a name from the separation of cell. So dia, kalau awak tengok dia punya Cytokinesis Tower ni, dia resemble dua benda yang dah separate. And ni adalah dia punya separation. Okay, dia punya capillaries. Okay, dia cakap, dia punya architect tu cakap, the parts that are seen as the spine in the middle are connected by capillary ways. Okay, as seen as element that trap their access into it and occur when the said division occur. So bila berlakunya cytokinesis, tengah-tengah ni lah, okay, formation ni lah cleavage furrow apa kan, cleavage furrow ataupun cell plate ni. Tengah ni. Bayangkan daripada itu pun dah jadi, dia dah inspired. Okay, daripada bio dia boleh inspired untuk hasilkan satu building architecture. Itu adalah STEM. Benda-benda ni kita panggil sebagai biomimicry. Okay, biomimicry architecture. These are the examples of biomimicry architecture. Okay, dia macam ni, architecture yang inspired inspired by nature. Okay, inspired by nature. Okay, kalau bio inspired by bio lah. Okay, biomimicry inspired by nature. For example, the Gherkin in London. Okay, saya pernah lah pergi Gherkin ni. Tak adalah masuk, tapi lalu dekat bawah-bawah ni ambil gambar, lepak-lepak jap. Pernah lah. Okay, Gherkin, dekat Gherkin London. Okay, it is inspired by Venus flower basket sponge. Okay, dia inspired by sponge. Okay, sponge. Okay, kalau belajar biodiversity, inspired by dia macam porifera. Okay, bentuk sponge, memanjang macam tu. Kalau awak tengok dekat ni, Esplanade Theatre, Singapore. Rupa macam apa ni? Ni rupa macam apa? Awak tengok. Chloroplast. Selain tu?
Itu kamera.
Mata kau celah mana mata kau dah? Selain tu?
Ular, sisik.
Dia tajam-tajam kat luar tu. Bentuk apa?
RER.
Durian.
Yes, durian. Dia inspired by durian fruit. Okay, memang betul. Okay, dia Esplanade Theatre in Singapore, it is inspired by durian fruit. Okay, bayangkan daripada durian dia boleh make something, building yang macam ni lawa. Okay, and then Eden Project in England. Okay, Eden Project in England in the UK, inspired by shape of soap bubbles. Okay, inspired by shape of soap bubbles, and they also they came up with this idea by studying the structure of pollen grain. Okay, pollen grain. Pollen grain kan bentuk macam ni. They study pollen grain, they studied by soap bubbles, so they came out dengan this idea. Eden project actually it is the greenhouse. Okay, the greenhouse of one of the largest greenhouse. Okay, in England. Okay, itulah example of biomimicry architecture. Okay, actually kalau awak tak minat bio pun ataupun awak minat bio nak sambung dalam architecture pun awak boleh inspired. Mana tahu nanti satu hari kat Malaysia awak boleh build satu bangunan inspired by apa? Inspired by apa?
Endoplasmic reticulum.
Endoplasmic reticulum. Nak dari tadi dia nak endoplasmic reticulum. Ambil. Okay. Mana tahu satu hari nanti dekat KL ada satu bangunan inspired by endoplasmic reticulum. Siapa buat? Siapa yang jawab tadi? Endoplasmic reticulum.
Ya.
Amir. Mana tahu Amir. Siapa arkitek dia? Amir. Mana tahu akan datang. InsyaAllah. Doa. Alright. And then kita pergi kepada similarities. Okay, similarities of mitosis in plant and animal cell. So, comparison. So when compare, you need to include similarities and differences. Okay, so these are similarities of mitosis in plant and animal cell. The similarities are they prepare for cell division in metaphase by aligning chromosome at equator. Okay, and then the spindle fiber pull chromosome apart in anaphase, and DNA condense and two nuclei form. Okay, that is the similarities. For the differences between mitosis in animal and plant cell, first look at the involvement of centriole. Animal cell has centriole, so centrioles are involved. While plant cell, centrioles are absent. Centrioles dia tak ada centriole. Okay, dia tak ada centriole. Plant cell tak ada centriole. Right? Sekejap. Saya punya apple masuk semut dah. Okay. Formation of ester. Animal cell has centriole, so it also has ester. Ester are formed and radiate from centriole within the centrosome. While plant cell, no ester formation. Okay. In animal cell, cytokinesis involve formation of cleavage furrow. Okay, and this is explanation how cleavage furrow occur. While for plant cell involve formation of cell plate. Cell plate formed by vesicle. Okay, cell plate enlarge and fuse to plasma membrane. Yang ni dia cerita pasal cytokinesis punya proses Okay, the location. Animal cells, the location occur in somatic cells, while plant cell, it occur in meristem tissue. Meristem tissue which are shoot apex and root tips. Shoot apex atas, root tip bawah. Okay, dekat situlah berlakunya cell division, mitosis. Okay. So the significance or importance of mitosis. The first one is genetic stability. Okay, the genetic stability. Okay, the genetic stability, the elaboration is the chromosome number and genetic material need to be maintained across generation. Okay, kalau parent dia 46, daughter cell pun 46. Okay, the mitosis produce two nuclei which have the same number of chromosome as the parent cell. The result in genetic stability within population of cells derived from the same parental cell. Okay, second importance is for the growth. Okay, the number of cell within organism increase. Growth. Macam kita daripada kita baby sampai sekarang, kita growth lah. That is the process of growth. Okay, kenapa boleh grow macam tu? Sebab apa? Number cell kita increase. Okay, number of cell within our body increase. Yang ketiga, cell replacement. Replace worn out or damaged cell and tissue. Okay, so kalau badan kita, kalau yang luka-luka tu, okay, luka contoh, okay, awak paper cut, contohnya paper cut kan, selalu kena paper cut. Itu adalah luka kan, worn out cell. So, mitosis occur at that area to replace the worn out cell. And then regeneration. Some animals are able to regenerate the whole parts of the body, such as tail in lizard and arms in starfish. Okay, regeneration. Lizard, cicak dia punya ekor. Kalau kita lastik dia kan, tak pernah lah saya lastik, saya pernah tengok pakcik saya lastik. Lastik, ekor dia cabut contoh. Dia boleh grow balik, tak ada masalah. That is regeneration. Okay, mitosis. Same goes to starfish. Patrick star. Satu arm cabut, dia grow balik. Okay, mitosis. And then for asexual reproduction. Mitosis is the basis of asexual reproduction, the production of new individuals of a species by one parent organism. Okay, asexual lah, maksudnya daripada satu parent dihasilkan daughter cell yang banyak. That is asexual reproduction. Alright, okay. So go to Mentimeter. Please go to Mentimeter again. Okay, go to Mentimeter, benda yang sama tadi. Alright. Okay, we move on to the next question. Okay, we move on to the next question. Alright, for the next question, question 2 out of 3. Okay, question 2 out of 3. Alright, answer fast to get more points. The question is, cytokinesis in animal cell will show the formation of. Please type in your answer. Bersatu je ke dia keluar gambarnya? Ya Allah. Okay, 45 seconds. Okay, I give you 45 seconds. Type in your answer. Cytokinesis in animal cell will show the formation of. Five seconds for.
Medium saya tak dapat type.
Okay, why? Okay, tak apa, ini tak apa. Tulis dekat chat. Okay, the correct answer is cleavage
Saya
furrow.
pun tak boleh type medium.
Okay, tak boleh type. Tak apa. Dah show dah pun answer kat sini. Tak apa. Next time kalau tak boleh type, beritahu. Okay, cleavage furrow. The answer is cleavage furrow. Cleavage je tak terima. Bukan cleavage. Two cell. Cytokinesis in animal cell we show the formation of two cell. Salah lah. Two cell dalam ni pun two cell. Dalam plant cell pun two cell. Cleavage burrow. Sejak bila dia burrow masuk ke dalam? Ester tu centriole. Ester tu spark daripada centriole. Salah. Cleavage furrow. 12 betul. Daripada 16. Very good. Okay, congratulations guys. Alright. Then we move on to the next one. Question 3 out of 3. Uncontrollable cell growth is known as. Look at your phone and answer the questions. Cancer, bagus, pandai. Okay, semua jawab cancer. Very good. Alright. Okay. Ada lagi tak? Tak ada kot yang last kali leaderboard. Okay, siapa miau-miau? Siapa miau-miau?
Saya.
Saya Chia miau-miau. Okay, so miau-miau dapat nombor. Okay, miau-miau dapat nombor 1. Okay, dia answer fast. Alright. Okay. Kita pergi. Alright, kita masuk Meiosis sikit boleh tak? Kita discuss pasal term saja. Boleh tak? Term sahaja. Boleh term je. Saya tak pergi pun B ni. Saya pergi A je. Okay. Alright. So for 3.3, subtopic 3.3, we have 3 learning objective. Define chromatic, homologous chromosome, synapsis, bivalent, tetrad, chiasma, crossing over, and centromere. Okay, and then state the stages of meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 and see explain the behavior of the chromosome at each stage. Okay, so of course first that you need to know is the definition. Okay, this is the definition. Meiosis is the division of germ cell. Okay, division of germ cell which produce 4 daughter genetically non-identical. 4 daughter yang tak sama. Okay, 4 daughter genetically non-identical. 4 daughter genetically non-identical. Haploid daughter cell. Each having half the chromosome number of the parental cell. So setiapnya dia akan dapat half the number of parental cell. Macam kucing tadi lah. Okay, macam kucing tadi. So meiosis occur in the germ cells that located in reproductive organs. Okay, meiosis will produce gamete such as sperm and ovum, and each daughter cells will has half the chromosome number as parental cell. Okay, kalau parental 2N diploid, daughter cell akan jadi haploid. Okay, daughter cell will be haploid. Alright. Meiosis causes genetic recombination. Genetic recombination maksudnya dia lain-lain. Okay, meiosis ni dia menyebabkan kita lain-lain. Sebab itulah antara adik-beradik pun, okay, adik-beradik pun muka adik-beradik awak lain. Lain. Ada kembar kat sini. Kembar. Tak ada tak ada twins. Okay. Kalau identical twin memang sebiji lah. Okay. Kalau ada 1 tahun tu batch bila entah. 17-18 kot. Kalau 18-19. Ada ramai kembar. Okay. Ada
Tahun lepas.
tahun lepas. Tak, ada lagi. Ramai. Ni bukan, kalau tahun lepas saya ingat. Ni ada lagi 1 tahun tu memang ramai. Cina ada, India ada, Melayu ada. Melayu sampai 3 orang kembar. 3 kembar, triplet. Okay, triplet. Okay, ada yang satu tu, ada Chinese sampai 2 kembar, lelaki perempuan. Okay, kembar yang pair, dua kembar. Lelaki perempuan 1, lelaki-lelaki 1. Macam tu. Ramai, ada 1 tahun, tak ingat 18, 19 kot, ke 17, 18. Okay, then dapat 4 flat lah. Okay, dapat 4 flat, naik pentas ambil sijil. Okay, macam, kembar, 2 kembar dapat 4 flat. Macam kagum lah. Alright. Okay, tahun lepas yang perempuan tu tak silap, perempuan Chinese tu. Lagi ada setakat ni yang saya tak ajar kembar, tak tahu. Alright. So that is meiosis causes genetic recombination. So it involves DNA replication during phase 1 only in the parental cell. It has two cycle of cell division, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. First meiotic division, second meiotic division. And this meiosis occur during gametogenesis, which is the formation of sperms and eggs in animal and formation of spore in plants. Right? Okay. So this is the process. Okay, this is the process that shows the meiosis. Okay. So for example, blue chromosome A is the father, red chromosome is the mother. So the father 46 chromosome, and then it will undergo meiosis to produce haploid, 4 haploid genetically not identical daughter cell. Okay, and then same goes to the mother, it will produce 4 haploid daughter cell, and then it undergo fertilization, and it will inherit haploid from each parent. Macam tadi kita ada kucing tadi. Okay, balik kepada kucing, itu je lah yang saya tahu pun. Soalan tadilah, sebab itu yang soalan paling relate dengan kita buat tadi. So katakanlah kucing 38, ni pun 38. Bila dia undergo meiosis, setiap ni akan dapat 19. Okay, 19. Same goes to here. Soalan tanya tadi, berapa how many chromosome yang dia akan dapat from the female parent? Berapa? So dapat 19 juga lah. 19. Satu lagi dia dapat pun 19. Okay, 19 from each parent. Okay. Alright, the terms. Okay, the terms in cell division. Okay, the terms in cell division. Okay, homolog chromosome. Homolog chromosome refer to chromosome having the same size, shape and centromere. Same size, shape and centromere. Satu from the mother, one from the father. For example, this one. This is our karyotype. Okay, ini adalah kita punya karyotype. Karyotyping. Kita punya sel. Setiap sel ni, ni adalah karyotype kita. Okay, kita ada 23 sets of homologous chromosome. One from the mother, another one from the father. Okay, one from maternal, another one from paternal. Setiap satu ni. Okay, hujung sekali apa benda? 23rd pair ni, pair apa?
Set chromosome.
Sex chromosome. Okay, X. Katakanlah kita ada XY. XY dia punya gender kalau XY?
Laki.
Laki.
Laki. Okay, XY gender dia laki. X tu datang dari siapa?
Mak.
Mak ke ayah? Ha?
Mak.
Mak ke ayah?
Mak.
Mak.
Mak. Y datang dari ayah. Okay, alright. So kalau kita tengok ni, this is a homolog chromosome. Okay, ada berapa pair homolog chromosome? Ada berapa pair homolog chromosome kat sini?
2 pair.
2 pair. Okay, 2 pair of homolog chromosome. Alright. So chromatic is a thread-like strand formed from a chromosome, and each chromosome divides along its length into 2 sister chromatids. Okay, the chromatids are the exact replica of each other. This is chromatid. Chromatid attached at the centromere. Yang ni kita boleh panggil sister chromatid juga. Okay, sister chromatid. Centromere is this one. Okay, the narrow waist region joining the 2 sister chromatids. Okay, the 2 sister chromatid join together at centromere, and it will attach to the spindle fiber. Okay, spindle fiber. Alright, synapsis. Synapsis is the process of the pairing of homologous chromosome. Okay, synapsis is the process of the pairing of homologous chromosome. Yang ni. Okay, dia pair. Tadi dia duduk jauh kan? Mana dia? Duduk jauh. Bila start masuk prophase 1, berlaku proses synapsis. Dia akan duduk dekat. Siapa yang duduk dekat? Homolog kromosom tu akan duduk dekat. Yang sama pendek, sama panjang, sama comel, sama cantik, dia akan duduk dekat dengan each other. Macam ni. Inilah. Dia akan pair. Okay, dia tak akan pair dengan pendek ni, tak. Sebab bukan dia punya partner. Dia tak same size, shape and centromere position. Okay, synapsis is the process. Then we have bivalent. Okay, the bivalent. Bivalent is the structure formed when a pair of homologous chromosome is in synapsis state. Okay, bivalent is the structure formed when a pair of homologous chromosome is in synapsis state. Contoh kita tengok, bivalent ni dah menunjuk kepada 2. Bi tu 2. So, purple 1, green 1. 1 bivalent. Okay, kalau kita tengok tetrad, a structure where a pair of homologous chromosome in a synapsis state that consists of 4 chromatids. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tetra tu dah menunjukkan 4. Tetrad. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tetrad. So kita ada 1 tetrad. 1 tetrad, gambar ni menunjukkan 1 tetrad, 1 bivalent, 1 pair homologous chromosome. Okay, katakanlah saya ada kat sini. Ada 1 sel kat sini. How many bivalent in the cell? Berapa bivalent in the cell?
3.
3. Berapa homologous chromosome? 6. Berapa pair homologous chromosome?
3.
Berapa tetrad?
3.
3. So 3 homologous, 3 pair homologous chromosome, 3 bivalent, 3 tetrad. Okay, right? Itu konsep, itu yang awak kena tahulah. Term yang awak kena tahu. Okay, next kita ada crossing over. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome during prophase 1. Pertukaran genetik antara non-sister chromatids. Okay, pertukaran genetik antara non-sister chromatids, okay, of homologous chromosome during prophase 1. Dia nak tukar. Non-sister chromatid tu maksudnya yang ni lah. Dia tak share same centromere. Dia tukar. Crossing over adalah proses. Kat mana berlaku crossing over tu kita panggil sebagai chiasma. Okay. Region where crossing over occur, we call that as chiasma. Chiasma singular, chiasmata plural. Kalau kita tengok gambar yang ini, this one. This is chiasmata. It is labeled as chiasmata. It shows 2 region where crossing over takes place. Okay, chiasmata, plural. Right? And then, Okay, and then this part. Okay, I just include this slide in my slide because these questions pernah tanya dalam exam, they ask you to label. For example, they ask you to label this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so make sure you know. Right, this is sister chromatid. So if it share the same centromere, it is called as sister chromatids. Okay, the green color here, this is homologous chromosome. Okay, because same size, shape, and centromere position. These two, this is non-homologous chromosome. Why? Because due to different size, shape, and centromere position, this is non-sister chromatid. Kenapa? Because it do not share the same centromere. Right? Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Do you have any question? Do you have any question, guys?
Tak ada lagi kot.
Tak ada lagi kot Right. I think we'll stop here. Okay, we'll stop here and then we're going to we're going to discuss meiosis on lupa nak cakap. Thursday. Okay guys, Thursday kelas kita pukul Thursday kau apa? Thursday kau apa? 9 kan?
Pukul 9.
Okay. Saya ada meeting pukul 9 tu. Meeting tu important lah. Meeting yang penting. Ni meeting pukul 9. Okay. So, meeting tu start 8:30 and saya tak rasa dia akan end dalam pukul